We are inside and under the roof tonight here at Rogers Center in Toronto, Ontario. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Cleveland Indians and the Toronto Blue Jays. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Francisco Liriano, the Dominican left-hander, will get the nod to start here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Yep. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Under it is Bautista as he makes the play for out number 1. Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, one man worth focusing on is Edwin Encarnacion. Edwin, as they call him. He had over 20 runs batted in last month. Very consistent. A solid month, and I love watching him swing the bat. It looks like the focus and concentration is even better when he has runners in scoring position.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Oh, that one got the pitcher. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Edwin Encarnacion.
Now to the plate, Edwin Encarnacion. He enters play 6th in the American League in the batting race. Here's the first pitch to him. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1.
I'm looking forward to this at bat right here, Matt. 2 outs, bases empty, and you got the power guy at the plate. He's going to let it fly. He must. I guarantee you he will.
That misses 2-0.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. To a great hitter like this, this is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
First baseman, Chris Colabello.
Into the box now, Chris Colabello, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the belt, kicks and deals. Ran one in there as this is hit on the ground towards second. Travis has it on to Pierce at first, and the inning is over. So little difficulty there for Liriano in the first. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Danny Salazar, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, his last 3 outings have been, I'd say, inconsistent. They haven't been good. His ERA is over 4, just giving up too many runs. And when you give up that many runs, you're not going to win games.
Harold, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And, Matt, you know, you look at their split right now, but they lost the first game, won the second one. So you're looking at momentum is on their side. That's why I'm kind of leaning towards them here in this third game.
Center fielder, Kevin
into the box
Pillar.
Now, Kevin Pillar. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. To first. Colabello is up with it, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Batting third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Standing in, Josh Donaldson. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. That's by him for strike 1.
We're playing 11, 1-1.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that's through for a hit. And that'll extend the inning and give Jose Bautista a chance as well.
So the first 2 batters of the inning go out, and then the 3-hitter gets a base hit here, bringing up the middle of the order. This guy's got power. It could be 2-0 before you blink.
Coming to the plate now, Jose Bautista. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
1 ball.
Ball 1. Lifetime against Danny Salazar. He's gone 3 for 11. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Geyer is there, and he'll retire the side. An inning in the books. Scoreless on MLB Network. Jason Kipnis. He'll do battle with Francisco Liriano to get the inning underway.
Kipnis.
Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
Boy, not a good swing there. That was really ugly. Anytime you can make a hitter look like that, you've done something special.
Did it look to you like he was guessing on the pitch?
Oh, certainly it had to be, Matt, but if he was, he obviously wasn't looking for that pitch.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Bat explodes as this is on the ground to third, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Another 0-2 coming, and a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. In this day and age, when teams are moving all over the place playing the shift, these guys are old school, very traditional. You don't see the shift applied very often to this club.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jose Ramirez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And a good job to lay off the fastball there close, but it's 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. 1-2. Here it comes. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Now another 1-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
one of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off-speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off-speed. And what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
And the changeup is way low that time. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside and low, 3-0.
No strike.
Yan Gomes would be next. And that misses for ball 4.
Man, when you don't get a call on a pitch that good, you have to wonder if maybe it's personal. You can't blame him for being angry, but he's got to find a way to move on and focus on the next batter.
Runners on the move for second. Pitch inside, the throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Indians fail to score. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's Kendrys Morales. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Designated hitter, Kendrys Morales.
And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. On the ground to the left side. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away.
All right, here's how the Indians line up defensively. Brought to you by Majestic. And behind the plate, Yan Gomes. You know, he calls one of the best games in baseball. He's got a great pitching staff to work with. But the thing I like about him, he will throw to different bases. And he can only do that because he's got such good footwork.
Hit hard to short. Throw gets him. 2 down. Digging in, Troy Tulowitzki. They'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job.
Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Man, this at bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
Reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Yan Gomes.
And right back at it is Liriano as he gets ahead on the first pitch of the inning here. 0-1.
I'll tell you what, right there, Matt, that's a sign of a guy that was sitting on an off-speed pitch. He threw that fastball right by him.
And this one misses to the Cleveland backstop. It's even at a ball and a strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Pillar's there. 1 down. And with that, we'll give you a quick look at our current standings in the AL East. Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder. For his career in this matchup, he's got 5 base hits in 24 at-bats. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1.
Well, he doubled up on that slider, so that tells me he's really feeling it at this point in the game. Good chance we'll see a heavy dose of that slider as this start continues. Might have been taking all the way.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Now batting,
Digging in for his second at-bat, Michael Brantley. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now a look to first by Liriano, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And another snap throw to the bag. And a dive, but he's back in there. Softly hit toward the hole. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Striding in once again, Francisco Lindor. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1.
What's he looking for? 2-0 fastball right down the middle, and he took it. I don't know what he's thinking about. Maybe he thought he was going to throw him a breaking ball, but I think you got to sit fastball there.
2-2.
Oh, he got a good pitch to hit right there. Now, I know it was a slider. Not a lot of people like to hit sliders, but it was in a good hitting location. He just looked like he was fooled a little bit and got caught looking.
The 2-2 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground, and that is through into center field, a base hit. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
2 out, 2 strikes, down to the last strike of the inning, and he's able to hang in there and drive the ball for a base hit. Good job of battling right there.
Edwin Encarnacion now, and they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. 2 out with the man at first. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. One and one now to Encarnacion. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chris Colabello. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Trying to keep the score where it is, and the pitch. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Indians forced to settle for 1. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Indians on top, 1-0. Russell Martin, he'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First offering on its way. Hit to third. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Here's Melvin Upton Jr. now. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit surprised to see the bullpen inactive right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Even though he's pitching okay, I do think you have to look at what he's given you and realize he's probably approaching the end of his rope pretty soon. Last thing you want is for things to start to unravel and not have a guy ready that you can turn to.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats.
This is just great pitching. They start him off with the slider to get the strike, and then they bust him in with a fastball. I don't know what he's thinking up there, but they really are messing with his mind right now.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
1 out, nobody on.
Ball 3.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas. So when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit, or at least force him out of the game.
Zach McAllister is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Number 34.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Devin Travis is at the plate as he looks at ball 1.
No strike.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a 3rd time.
And a dive, but he's back. Three and 0 now. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Now batting, center fielder, Kevin.
So striding in, Kevin Pillar, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. And to score, the runner from second.
Well, he comes up with the big RBI single right there, and now we're starting all over right where we started. Tie ball game.
Josh Donaldson.
Here's the 3rd baseman, Josh Donaldson, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. One 0 count. Here it is. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not nearly in time as he took that one on the pitcher.
Hey, that's a swipe of the bag, and this catcher, he throws really well too, so that's not easy. Good job there by the base runner.
Two 2-0 count, and the pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
And that's in there. 3-1. Lifetime against this pitcher. 6 for 13. He's taken him deep once. And that's in there on the hands. 3-2 now.
I don't know about his decision not to swing there. Hitters count. You get a fastball middle in. That's the one you drive out of the ballpark.
On the ground up the middle. To his left. Lindor. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
Really good job of putting the ball in play right there. Even though it wasn't a base hit, it does bring the go-ahead run for his team.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. He's set. Here it comes. Curveball that time, not even close.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base open, and a good hitter at the plate, you have to be smart and not give in. If you walk this guy, so what? It's a lot worse if you give him a ball that he can hurt you on.
A high fastball is in there. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. This is hit pretty well out to left field. Brantley ranging back. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Blue Jays 2 and the Indians 1. And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Jason Kipnis.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Here's the pitch. Now here's a swing by Kipnis, and he connects on this one out to deep right field. That one is out of here. This game is tied. It's a solo homer here for Jason Kipnis as the Indians have come back to tie it at 2.
Man, he threw a 2-seamer hoping to get some movement, but that thing did nothing to fool him, and he squared it up perfectly. Pretty swing of the bat there.
Standing in now, Jose Ramirez. As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Set to deliver the 0-1. And this is fouled at the plate. 2 runs, 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Again, he sends it out of play.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Liner toward right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Man, that's a nice at bat. Found himself down 0-2, and he just continues to fight. Fought off pitches, gets a 2-2 count, and gets a base hit.
In now, Brandon Guyer. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Pillar's there, makes the play, 1 away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Oh, and he breaks, and they've got him picked off. Now a tag from Tulowitzki, and he's out at second base. Into the windup and the pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 1-0 now to Gomes. Lays off again, and it's 2-0. 2 runs, 4 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. And this is a called strike at the letters. Looked like ball 3, but make it 2-1 instead. Now the pitch. Hit to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 for the Indians on the home run by Kipnis. Bottom of the 4th coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Ready for another chance? Kendrys Morales. Lifetime in this matchup, 4 for 15.
Morales.
In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Weak roller right side. Colabello is there, and he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Now batting, first baseman, Steve.
Digging in to try it again. Steve Pearce. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Breaking ball taken right down the middle.
Well, maybe that fooled him, or maybe he wasn't looking for it, but man, he hung him a curveball right there in the middle. For him to not swing the bat, being the power hitter he is, who sees a lot of breaking pitches, makes me think he's looking for something else. He's really put himself now in a position where he's got to battle. Took the first 2 strikes, didn't swing, and now you just grind out the AB.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. He'll try again. 1-2. Misses. Ball 2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Gomes gathers it, and he makes the throw to first. Pierce is retired. 2 down now.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 2.
Stepping in, Troy Tulowitzki. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now here's Tulowitzki with a ball hit high and deep out to left field. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo home run off the bat of Troy Tulowitzki, as the Blue Jays have taken a 3-2 lead.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Russell Martin now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. Lifetime against this particular arm. 0 for 4. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Changeup messed up his timing for a swinging strike.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
Again, a 1-2. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. A run for the Jays on the solo homer. We're through 4. It's now 3-2 Toronto. Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one.
Jackson.
Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Line shot to first, and there's 1 away.
Up next for Cleveland, left fielder Michael Brantley.
Here's Michael Brantley. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. Got him out on his front foot there as it swung on and missed for strike one.
Well, that was a good changeup right there. You see how he swung through that ball? Man, he's got him thinking now, because that was clearly an indication he was looking fastball and got fooled. That's some good hitting right there. Great eyes. I mean, to recognize that and lay off it right now, that was nice.
Hit softly on the ground to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, shortstop.
Ready for another shot now. Francisco Lindor. A hit in 2 tries so far. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
Look, Matt, he's done a nice job getting those first 2 outs. I mean, look, this is a good hitting team. And now you got the 2-hitter coming to the middle of the order. But you can limit the damage by getting those first 2 outs. I think he's limited the damage so far this inning.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now. The 3-0 pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. And he's taking here and looks at strike 2 right down the middle. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
The batter, number 10.
Edwin Encarnacion now, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. Runner back safely. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Tying run at first base, he's got to make sure that a ball in the gap, he scores. He's got to get a great jump. And one way to do it, as soon as you see that ball through the zone and you see the swing and it makes contact, you just got to get flying.
Now a look to first by Liriano, and he'll get back in safely. A runner on first with 2 away. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
I love how aggressive he is. He's just attacking the zone with the fastball. Here it is. Now he's at 1-2 count, and really he can go anywhere he wants now.
Here's the 1-2. Line drive to left. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him, as that ends the inning. 1 left for the Tribe. They're down 3-2. Standing in, Melvin Upton Jr. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Upton Jr.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Action going on now in the Indians bullpen as they have a left-hander up and getting loose. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Pitch on the way. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, that's back-to-back off-speed pitches, and he wasn't biting on either. Now let's see if he goes back to the hard stuff or gives the softer stuff another shot.
Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th, with a punch-out.
Now
1 away.
Second baseman.
And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
In the dirt. It's 3-0 now. 1 out, nobody on. Too high, and that cost him ball 4.
Yeah, the guy's been on fire lately, hitting anything close, so I think this is the way to go here. Get the bat out of his hands any way that you can.
First offering on its way. Runners off for second. Line towards center field. But the catch is made on the line out there. Will they have a shot at doubling him off first?
Third baseman, number 20, Josh Donaldson.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Hit hard on the ground to short. Oh, way to get dirty. The throw. What an outstanding play to end the inning. The defense on display on this beautiful diving stop at short. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. Chris Colabello stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Well, there's a first pitch strike. You know, only 50% of the pitches he's thrown first pitch this game have been for a strike. So I'm surprised that he's having as much success so far as he is.
Outside.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
That's a good fastball down the zone. Now some hitters are good low ball hitters, but that's exactly where you want to be.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Well, you got to like how this inning's starting off. He starts the inning with a pretty high pitch count, and your first guy to the plate makes him work. This is playing right into your hand right now on the offensive side.
The next 3-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Upton has a read on it. 1 out.
Second baseman, number 22.
Digging in and looking for more, Jason Kipnis. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. And here's a ball hit in the air. Travis is there for it. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Ramirez. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Changeup called strike 1.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike 1, is so important as to who's going to control this at bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage. Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but you know what? He looked at the first 2 pitches, but they're different pitches, both down. Good pitchers' pitches. Sometimes you got to tip your cap.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Ready on 1-2. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location, and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
Well, that's a good sign for him right there. A single, a hard hit. That's his second hit of the game. Now, he's been hitting in the 220 so far most of the season. Maybe this is a start of good things for him ahead.
Stepping in now, Brandon Geyer. He's running towards second. Pitches a called strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Now a ball softly hit and fouled off to the left. Strike 1. And this one's in the dirt. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. Indians leave 1. Still a 3-2 ball game. Dan Otero enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 61, Dan Otero.
Striding in once again, Jose Bautista. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Right fielder, Jose Bautista.
It's a swinging bunt up the line, but that one rolls foul. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Another one sent foul. Here comes another 0-2. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
The next 0-2. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Pitch on the way. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Now another 2-2. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. The 2-2 one more time. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Here's Kendrys Morales. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. From the stretch. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And a hard sinker there. Chopped foul at home plate. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Now batting.
Here's Steve Pearce now. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. And this one misses to Tulowitzki. It's a ball and a strike. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Hard sinker misses. 2-2. Ready with the 2-2. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on MLB Network. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. 7th inning coming up with the Jays out in front as we give you a look at our game summary to this point. Joe Biagini is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 31.
Digging in once again, Yan Gomes. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
Leading off for Cleveland.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And now a pitch on the way. Fouled back. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fly ball heading for the alley. And a perfect start to the 7th, as this should be extra bases. And he'll get in at second base as the tying runs aboard with a leadoff double.
That was a pretty good fastball, and it almost got by him. But he's able to slap it in the gap in the right center field. Because of the velocity off the bat, the outfielders couldn't cut it off in time, and it allowed him to cruise into second really easy.
Into the box, Austin Jackson, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
He's in a tough spot right now, 0-2. This is one of those at-bats. You look back and you go, I got to get the man over. But now 0-2, you just got to try to make contact now.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. And he misses there. 1-2.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
And Jackson's not offering at that one, and it'll knot things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he hasn't thrown him a strike yet in this at bat, and we're 2-2. Clearly on the mound, he's banking on the fact that he'll chase pitches if you give him a chance.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Aaron Luke comes on now, and this move will force the switch hitter to bat from the right side.
And I think that's exactly the thought process, Matt. He's not as strong of a hitter from the right side, so we'll see if this proves to be a smart move out of the pen.
Here's Michael Brantley. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Now the 0-1. And here's a sinker that had a little bit too much dart to it there, as it just about came in and nailed him. One and one. Here it comes. Cue shot here out towards short, and that'll be the second out.
Now batting.
Digging in to try it again, Francisco Lindor. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. He's set, and the pitch. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
2-0 pitch on the way. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, but this is back into the seats, a foul ball. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2.
Oh, he saw that changeup really nice. He just wasn't able to keep it fair.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Pierce is there to make the catch, and they'll get out of this with the lead intact. One left for the Tribe. They trail 3-2.
Your attention, please.
And a new pitcher is summoned from the bullpen, as it'll be the left-hander Boone Logan that gets the call. Russell Martin now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. And he'll lay off fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Jackson is under it, and that's the first out of the inning.
The left fielder,
Here's
7.
Melvin Upton Jr. now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down, and unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line, you see a lot of swinging misses on those.
And this is a called strike at the letters. Looked like ball 3, but make it 2-1 instead. Here it comes. 2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. And this is pulled hard but foul. Hope they brought their gloves for that one out there.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis. Couple of walks for him thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
He's already got 2 walks in this game, and that ball right there, another ball. So we may see them kind of nibbling and pitching around him. He might be taking walks all game.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. The pitch. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
I think that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again. Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
And he takes ball 4 again, and they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
Center fielder number 11.
Ready for another shot now. Kevin Pillar. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. In the dirt here, and no advance. It's ball 1. A 1-0 delivery. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one, but that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Ready with the 3-0. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
Third baseman number 20.
Ready for another chance. Josh Donaldson. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a fastball just below the knees. Ball 1.
Hey, 2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
Here it comes. 1-0. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
And this one's in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Brantley is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to Rogers Center following this break.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher coming on now as we get a look at the side armor, Joe Smith. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Edwin Encarnacion is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Well, he got that first pitch, got him looking right there. With a star hitter like this guy, it is always good to get ahead in the count.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So the leadoff base hit puts the potential tying run aboard in the late stages of this one.
Now that's a big base hit. Late in the game, you're down one. You got the leadoff guy on now. The rest of the way, it'll be interesting to me how they're going to manufacture. Will they bunt him over to move him into scoring position? Will they hit a gapper? Let's see how they score this run. They can possibly push him forward.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Into the box now, Chris Colabello, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Down and away, ball one.
We're playing 11, 1-1.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Great tilt on the slider on the inside corner. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Two and two count. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. So a runner at first now with 1 away, and standing in now the power hitting second baseman Jason Kipnis. First pitch of the at bat on its way. Hard hit ball towards the hole, and that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, that's a nice base hit right there. They got a little something working here, Matt. You got the tying run at second base and the go-ahead run at first base. How's it going to unfold?
Ready once again, Jose Ramirez. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. And now the Blue Jays get a left-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Well, the Indians have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
Here comes the 1-0. Slapped hard the opposite way into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the second out.
The right fielder, number 6, Brandon Geyer.
That's a slick play out there as we take a look at it on show motion. He was charging in quickly, and he slides to get under the ball just before it reaches the ground and gets the out. Well done.
Standing in now, Brandon Geyer, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Normally not a good pitching plan to throw the same hitter.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. We'll see the dangerous Jose Bautista when we come back. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Blue Jays on top, 3-2. Kyle Crockett is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 57, Kyle Crockett.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Jose Bautista.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. The pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Ready with another 0-2. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Well, when you hear people talk about the unwritten rules of baseball, I think we just saw a perfect example of that. You hit one of mine, and I'm going to hit one of yours. Always been that way and probably always will be, even though they've tried to crack down on that kind of stuff recently.
Digging in the switch hitter, Kendrys Morales. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Fastball in there for a called strike.
I like the aggressiveness, Matt. He hits the batter, then he comes right back with the fastball and says, dare you to hit it. I'm coming after you.
A runner at first with no outs here. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike two.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hit to short. And from deep in the hole, a jump throw to second. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Now batting, first baseman, Steve.
Boy, and that's a great play there at short. He's forced to go to the backhand and then pivot on that right leg to throw against the momentum of his body. These guys make it look easy. That's one you could definitely launch into right field if you're not under control.
Here's Steve Pearce now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The windup and the 0-1. A little bouncer. And the inning is going to continue here as he reaches on an infield single.
Well, that's the danger of throwing fastballs back to back. The guy measures the first one, then he times the second one, gets the base hit.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And if you remember, I'm sure he does, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Here's the 1-0 offering now to Tulowitzki. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
Ready with the 1-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
2 out with the man at first. In the dirt here, and a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. Has a look, now the pitch. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
Matt, breaking his heart. You got 2 quick outs. He's thinking he's going to cruise through this thing, and now look at him. Boom, boom, base hits coming back at you. That's why you have to complete the inning.
In now, Russell Martin, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 1-0 count. Here it is. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Blue Jays leave a pair. They're up 3-2. Welcome back to MLB Network. A shot there of the nighttime beauty of this terrific Canadian city. Roberto Osuna takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Roberto Osuna.
Carlos Santana will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Santana.
Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. His career history with Roberto Osuna, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. 1-0 pitch on the way. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, it's got a nice count, 2-0. I know he's looking for something to hit here, but hey, a walk wouldn't hurt you either. Down late in the game, base runners don't hurt.
And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Set and the 2-1 pitch. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
I like how he's mixing up the fastball and the changeup right there. That's how he got the 2-2 count. I think he comes back with a changeup here.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Here's Austin Jackson, the center fielder. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
A fastball right down the middle for a strike. And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
Michael Brantley is at the plate as he watches ball 1. The win would belong to Francisco Liriano should the lead hold up. The set and the 1-0 pitch. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Runners on first with 1 down. Quick check on that tying run at first. And he'll dive back in safely. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Now a move over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Jason Grilli gets the call here as he'll try and look for 1 out to finish this thing off. Here comes the first pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one will get this one. A runner on first with 2 away. Bounce to first. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Well, that's why you pay the closer big money, so he can come slam the door quickly when he has to. 2 pitches, 1 out, and that game's on ice. Well done.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, the lefty Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.